I don't know how, but aside from Sonic, my favorite character in the show is Amy. Take that all in. I can't tell you why, but I'll let you hypothesize.
Oh ho ho ho! Cue in the Tsunami fans. Looks like we're in for another Sonic Rose storyline. Alright, what's up guys? Gamer got in the building, and we've got some recent news. Sonic Prime, definitely got to talk about that, as well as Sonic Frontiers. So this is pretty much a roundup of everything that's been happening for these past couple of days. So I will get to that and more. But before I do, be sure to smash that like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's see if we can get to 100k subs before the year is out. But alright, Sonic Prime. Now, you guys saw that TikTok. That was one of the writers of Sonic Prime, and he said that he got to watch Sonic Prime so far, what he was working on, and he said that he doesn't know how, but Amy Rose is his second favorite character in the show besides Sonic. So that's going to raise a lot of questions. Now, I have been saying in a lot of my previous Sonic Prime videos that Sally might be in the show, since Wild Brain is making Sonic Prime and they own Deke, which also owns Sonic Sat AM. We might see Sally and the Freedom Fighters. That's still a possibility, not a guarantee, but a possibility. But if this guy is saying Amy is his favorite character in the show besides Sonic, I don't know what that means for Sally, because a lot of you Archie fans or Sat AM fans could argue that Sally is a better character than Amy and a more interesting character than Amy. So, I mean, if Sally's in the show, she might be in one episode, because like we all know, Sonic Prime takes place in the video game universe. So, if he breaks the Shadowverse, as the synopsis implies, he's going to be visiting different universes. So, if he sees Sally and the Freedom Fighters, that's only going to be in one episode. So, I mean, I don't see how Sally would be your favorite character or your second favorite character. She's only one episode, but it looks like Amy's going to be in multiple episodes. And also, we're going to see that caveman Amy as well. So, yeah. Now, first of all, I can't show the trailer footage in this video because it'll get claimed by Netflix. Yeah, Netflix is being very hard on copyright claims, just as bad as Paramount. I think even worse than Paramount, because at least Paramount would let you play the trailer for a couple months before they claim it. Like, they'll let you play it for a while, sometimes a few weeks, a few days, or a few months before they claim it. Netflix, now anything you post, they claim. So I think the only thing I can post is like the first little preview we saw of Prime, which sucks, so I'm only able to post screenshots of the trailer. Now, we saw a lot of Sonic vs. Shadow in this, and it's crazy that both Sonic Prime and Sonic Rebound will have Sonic vs. Shadow. I didn't plan this, it's all coincidence, and I'm already seeing some people making comparisons, and I don't want people to make comparisons on Prime and Rebound because both Sonic vs. Shadow are very different. First of all, we don't know the context of Sonic fighting Shadow in Prime. I'm assuming that Shadow is mad at Sonic for breaking the Shadowverse. Shadow is fighting Sonic to, kind of retaliating on what he did. That's my assumption. And as for Sonic Rebound, based on the IDW comics, Shadow is trying to get to Mr. Tinker and punish him, and Sonic is preventing that because Sonic thinks Mr. Tinker is innocent. So yeah, different context. I hope Shadow isn't just straight up, fighting Sonic and see, Shadow's like the villain in the show. I hope not. I hope Shadow is a bit more three-dimensional than that, and he's not as 2D as Sega has been making him for the past several years, or over a decade if you want to be honest. So yeah, or how Shadow was interpreted in Sonic Boom. He was kind of like an edgelord villain. Sometimes he worked with Dr. Eggman or not. I hope that's not how Shadow's going to be in Sonic Prime. Give him a little bit more substance. Anyway, I hope we see another full trailer of Sonic Prime. I want another full story trailer because we didn't get much in this one. This was only like a 45-second teaser trailer, honestly. No story, hardly any dialogue except from Sonic and Dr. Eggman laughing. So I do hope we see another full trailer of the story because there's not much to go on here. Netflix Totem's coming out this Saturday. I thought we were going to get the Sonic Prime trailer this Saturday, but we got it early. And like I said, this is part of like Netflix Geeked. So I'm pretty sure they are not going to pay much attention to Sonic because they want to focus on the more important shows, and Sonic is deemed as a more kiddie show, Sonic Prime. I mean, you can tell because Sonic Prime is not even posted on their official YouTube channel, Netflix YouTube channel. It's posted on their Netflix Geeked, which has way less views. Like, I think it has like only up to 10k views or something. So it's obviously on the Sonic official YouTube channel, and that has a lot of views. You know, it's just kind of surprising that Sega is promoting Sonic Prime way more than Netflix now. You know, I feel like Netflix is going to try and bury this because it's not that important to Netflix. So Sega's going to be the one to promote this show a lot. Now, I know a lot of people are going to watch this show because there's a lot of Sonic fans out there, but I hope it does well. You know, I hope we get a season 2. Now, as for the animation has improved from the first time I saw it. Either that or maybe I'm just accustomed to it now. You know, I love the look of Sonic. I like how he looks in between movie Sonic and video game Sonic. You can tell that his fur has some textures in it. You know, it's not just blue skin, he has fur, but it's still closer to his video game canon without him looking too much like movie Sonic. Overall, this show definitely gives me Sonic Boom vibes on the movements and everything. It feels like a spin-off of Sonic Boom, but better, a more serious tone of Sonic Boom. And you know, this kind of reminds me of the 90s Sonic TV shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had Sonic Sat AM, and then The Adventures of Sonic, and then Sonic Underground. To the casual, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference. They would think this is all the same Sonic. So yeah, that's what Sonic Prime feels like to Sonic Boom. It does feel like a spin-off, a continuation of Sonic Boom. Like, for instance, the Sonic Sat AM or Sonic Underground, while Sonic Boom feels like The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. So especially since they're both 3D, that's what it feels like to me. And you know what? Even though we've seen Green Hill and it's like, oh man, Green Hill again, this is actually the first time we're seeing Green Hill Zone in a Sonic show. In all the 5 Sonic shows we've had, I don't recall Sonic ever being in Green Hill officially. So this is actually the first time. This is actually quite new. And obviously Big the Cat, you know, there's just been a lot of Big the Cat love this year, you know, like from Big the Cat fishing in Sonic Frontiers to now Big the Cat in Sonic Prime. I feel like we're getting a resurgence of Big the Cat love. I used to hate Big the Cat like 5 years ago and wish that Sega killed the character, but now I'm appreciating Big the Cat because I know his purpose. He's a meme character. He's like, where's Waldo? So I'm cool with that. You know, I'm cool with that. And also, Sonic looks more expressive in Sonic Prime than he does in Sonic Frontiers. You know, like, I know Sonic Frontiers, a lot of people are saying his animations are better than Sonic Forces, and I do see that. The Sonic Forces animation was very bad, very lazy, and he looks better. He's a little bit more expressive in Frontiers, but it doesn't hold a candle to Sonic Prime. And it's like, come on, Sega. But I do understand this is animation, but Sonic Prime is low budget animation, like, let's be honest. So if Sonic is more expressive in that, then he should be more expressive in Sonic Frontiers. Because, I mean, Martha's working on CGI cutscenes, and Sonic Team, you know, with the Hedgehog Engine 2 is working on the in-game cutscenes. So I expect Sonic to be more expressive in that. And I do like the squash and stretch animation of Sonic Prime. I like it. I don't know why some people were saying it looks bad. I like that. We do that a lot. We do that in Sonic Rebound. It's a style of animation. They did it a lot in Sonic Mania Adventures. So I like it. It's cool, and it makes the characters more fluid and expressive. But yeah, I wish Netflix would market the show better, because the marketing for this show is worse than the marketing for Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Frontiers marketing is good now. It's picked up. But alright, now on to Sonic Frontiers. Now, we could be getting the animated Sonic Frontiers Prologue coming next month, because Ian Flynn did a little tease on one of his Twitter posts. He says, y'all are in for some fun next month. Knowing smile. But the week is still young too. So not only will we most likely be getting more Sonic content this week, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Sonic Frontiers at EGX, but we're definitely getting Sonic Frontiers Prologue next month. We usually get these animations a month before the game comes out. I'm pretty sure we had Sonic Colors Ultimate a month before Sonic Colors Ultimate the game came out. We had Rise of the Wisps in August. Let me make sure of that. Yep, we most certainly got Sonic Colors Ultimate Rise of the Wisps, or Sonic Colors Rise of the Wisps, in August. So we're definitely getting Sonic Frontiers Prologue in October. Yo, that's going to be so awesome, man. We're getting 3 animations back to back. Sonic Frontiers Prologue in October. Sonic Rebound Episode 6, The Fate of Dr. Eggman, will be in November. That's our tentative release date. And Sonic Prime in December. Yes. And also, as a lot of people have talked about, Daddy Sakurai has given his official stamp of approval for Sonic Frontiers. You know, he says right here that he likes Sonic Frontiers and he's definitely going to buy it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have never seen Sakurai commend a Sonic game ever in my life, or at least the 3D Sonic games. He's commended the 2D Sonic games, especially, you know, for Smash, but I've never seen him fully endorse a 3D Sonic game in my life. So the fact that he's endorsed Sonic Frontiers is a huge compliment for Sonic Team, and it's a huge, boost for the marketing of Sonic Frontiers that, hey, yo, look, Sakurai is interested in this game, he's going to get it, so you can too. Frontiers has been getting a lot of buzz because of that. It even won an award in Japan for, best upcoming game, and I know Kishimoto is very excited at this. But yeah, it's funny because like hypocrites like Switch Force now has completely backpedaled and changed his tune, saying he's going to get Sonic Frontiers now. Like, he switched sides so fast. You remember when he was saying that Sonic Frontiers is bad? Now all of a sudden he's saying it's good. Like, this dude's ridiculous. I never talked about him because he's just those haters that just want to hate on something when it's different, especially when it comes to Sonic, because it's so easy to pick on and make fun of Sonic. But yeah, I mean, I've changed my tune with Sonic Frontiers over the years too, because I was very apprehensive with Sonic Team when they announced this game, back when we thought of it as Sonic Rangers. But after it was officially revealed that it was Sonic Frontiers, and as the months went on, all year I've just been like, you know what, this game is very promising. I'm gonna be real here. There has never been a Sonic game that came out bad or with bad critical reviews that I didn't see coming. I always saw a bad Sonic game coming because I could just feel the energy from everybody, critics and audience, regardless if I was hyped for the game or not. Look at Sonic Unleashed. That game brought me back to the Sonic franchise when I was alienated from the 2000s after Sonic Adventure 2. Unleashed brought me back. I was so excited because of the daytime stages, and I knew that people and critics wouldn't take the nighttime stages or the Werehog stages well. I knew they wouldn't, review those well. So I was not surprised at all when Sonic Unleashed got a lot of mid reviews, mixed reviews, and negative reviews. I mean, it was a little surprising when reviewers like IGN was giving it like lower scores than, Sonic 06, but I wasn't surprised at the backlash it got because of the Werehog. It just didn't look promising to me. And then obviously Sonic Forces, I was hyped for it at first, but as the months went on and we started seeing more of the gameplay, the straight line lack of level design and everything, classic Sonic's terrible stages, I started losing faith in Sonic Forces. And by September and October was when I was like, okay, I was certain that this game is going to suck, this game is going to be garbage. Same thing as Lost World, except with Lost World I was in denial. I was in denial. I didn't want to admit that the game was going to be bad, but from the moment it was announced, I was coping hard with Sonic Lost World. I mean, I already knew it was jarring to a lot of people that they changed the style completely from the boost gameplay to match Mario Galaxy gameplay, and I knew that was going to alienate a lot of people. So when the review scores came out, I wasn't surprised, I was just in denial. Sonic Boom, obviously Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, I was expecting that to be bad because every time I saw a promo for it and to see people playtesting it, to see how buggy it was, how weird and wonky the physics was, or whenever Stephen Frost talked, it would piss off a lot of people. Yeah, I was expecting that game to be bad, and it was hilarious when the game came out. It was very hilarious to see the backlash it got, to see how badly it sold, because it wasn't a Sonic Team game, it was a Big Red Button game. But after finding out the truth about how Sega treated Big Red Button and how they threw them under the bus, and Big Red Button, that was their first and last Sonic game before they went down under, yeah, I was kind of sad now in hindsight to see how everything went and how they were treated. Sonic Team is definitely not the same Sonic Team we knew 5 years ago. But I'm giving them a chance. The team has changed a lot. A lot of people have left. A lot of new people have entered. They've done a lot of merging and mixing of their teams with other members, people who worked on Phantasy Star. So yeah, the list goes on. There's a lot of bad Sonic games that came out that I saw coming, with the exception of 06, because I did not follow that Sonic game at all. When I saw it, it just threw me off. I thought I was looking at a Final Fantasy crossover with Sonic, so I didn't even know that it had bad scores, or Sonic and the Secret Rings, because I was just out of touch with Sonic at that point. But Sonic and the Black Knight, I knew that the reviews for that game would also be bad. But yeah, with Sonic Frontiers, like I said, I've just been seeing a lot of good with it from reviewers, early reviews, playtesters. So it's like, if this game comes out bad, I will be thoroughly surprised. Yeah, I will be shocked. I don't see this game being bad. Like, you may not like it personally because you don't like open world games, but I don't see this game being bad. I will be getting this game on the Nintendo Switch first, and it looks like it will be 30 frames per second, which I'm not surprised, but 720p, which is a bit disappointing. I thought it was going to be 1080p docked, 720p handheld, which, is what a lot of third-party games are on the Switch. But the fact that Sonic Frontiers is going to be 720p docked and handheld, I don't know. I'm definitely going to get this on PS5 next year as well. And yeah, like I said before, Kishimoto thanked the fans for winning an award for Sonic Frontiers Best Upcoming Game. He says here, not only will this game meet the expectations of Sonic fans, but action game fans who have never played a Sonic game before will also be met with surprises that exceed their expectations. Please look forward to the November 8th release date. So yeah, Kishimoto's very proud of this game, and that's how I know that this is going to be a really good Sonic game, because sure, he directed games like Sonic Colors, Sonic and the Black Knight, Lost World, controversial games, Forces, but what makes him different than, like, let's say Yuji Naka or whatever, is that Kishimoto wants to win this. Like, he even said that he wants to win with Sonic Frontiers so badly. That's the reason why Sega has gone through several playtests every couple of months with Sonic Frontiers. They've never done that with any previous Sonic game. This will be the most polished Sonic 3D game ever. And Sonic will control the best here. Dare I say, he will control even better than he did in the adventure games, because this game is so polished. And that's why I don't understand why some people jump on other Sonic tubers like Frem or whatever when they criticize the game. Kishimoto said himself, he loves the criticism for Sonic Frontiers. That's basically what they've been doing for the past 5 years to improve Sonic Frontiers. They've been having people playtest it, give their criticism. He said at first, back in 2017, 2018, the reception for Sonic Frontiers, the alpha mode, was terrible because a lot of people did not like the open world gameplay they had at first. So it made them change and adjust a lot of things to make it what we see today. Because I remember a lot of those early leaks back in 2019 and early 2020 were very negative on Sonic Frontiers. But Kishimoto loved those, because if it wasn't for those negative reviews, negative criticism from the playtest, they would have never improved on Sonic Frontiers. You know, even back in the early promo of Sonic Frontiers in June, when IGN posted the alpha builds, the early gameplay, and a lot of people were negative on it, that's what helped them make things better for the beta and the final versions of the game. Even Azuka said that everyone will understand the process of this game when it comes out, that he's confident in this game. And I've never heard Azuka say he's confident in a 3D Sonic game. I've never heard that before. You know, I've heard he was confident on 2D games like Sonic Mania, but not 3D games as of lately. So I don't know why people are fighting online with Sonic tubers. Our criticism of Sonic Team and 3D Sonic games in the past several years is the reason why they've improved this thus far. Because look, if we have all been just completely positive with our toxic positivity to Sega just eating up all their mediocre shit, Sonic Frontiers would not be good, you know, because Sega would be like, oh, we don't need to try. They love everything we do. We're doing a good job. So criticism is good. Constructive criticism, not destructive criticism. The Switch Force video clip, that was destructive criticism. He was just hating on the game, blindly hating. That wasn't constructive criticism. From the videos I watched of Premi the Remy, sure, he may be a bit judgmental with Sonic Frontiers and compare it with Sonic Unleashed a bit, but he still gives constructive criticism. You know, this is why Frontiers won't be a failure, is because of all the feedback they're getting from criticism. Criticism is good, and that's facts. So I welcome all criticism of Sonic Frontiers, you know, so long as it's not blind hating like Switch Force, as I said before, I welcome it. I'm positive about Sonic Frontiers, I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm very excited for this game. Now, when it comes to the cyberspace stage criticism, I see a couple of people who complain about, like, you know, how the cyberspace stages are abridged level designs from Generations Unleashed. One person was like, they took out all the good parts of the level designs in Generations Unleashed and only put the bad parts. And I'm like, wait, you mean the 2D parts? Because they took out all the 2D parts from Generations and Unleashed for the most part. So if you're admitting that the 2D parts are the best parts, then that means you're admitting that Sonic works better in 2D than 3D. Like I said, we just all need to calm down and treat each other with respect when it comes to criticism, knowing that Sega watches all of our stuff. They said that. They watch a lot of Sonic Tuber content and give that feedback to Sega on how to improve Sonic. But alright guys, what do you think about all this? Let me know down in the comments below. What do you think about Sonic Prime and what that writer said about Amy? What do you think about the show in general? Are you excited about Sonic Prime, Sonic Frontiers Prologue, and of course, Sonic Rebound Episode 6 when that comes out? Also, what do you think about Sonic Frontiers, all the praise it's been getting, the game? And also, I'm going to leave a poll on my community tab on how you guys want me to play Sonic Frontiers when that game comes out. But alright, that's all I got for now, so take care. And until next time, I'm out.